You're watching Cover to Cover, our guide to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read. This week we're introducing Catalogue of Sikh Coins in the British Museum by Paramdip Kaur Khera. This book was published in 2011 by the British Museum and is available in a soft-bound edition. As well as this print copy, this entire work is available as a PDF download on the British Museum website. You'd be forgiven for thinking that the body of work in this publication is going to be as simple as the title suggests. However, more than just a catalogue of Sikh coins that exist in the British Museum collections, this work provides an overview and a narrative to how Sikh coins were minted, the eras that they came about in, and explaining how these coins have come to be in collections all over the globe. The author, Paramdip Kaur Khera, is a museum curator and researcher who specializes in the field of numismatics, that is the study of coinage. There are a number of publications that exist looking at the field of Sikh numismatics, and whilst a number of them go into incredible detail and showcase a number of wide-ranging Sikh coins, what this particular work does is focus on a single collection, that is in the possession of the British Museum. And what this work does wonderfully well is provide context to why it's important to look at Sikh coinage itself, and then to provide a broad overview as to how Sikh coins were minted, whereabouts in the Punjab they came about, and looking quite specifically at the Misl era of Sikh rule in the latter 18th century in the Punjab. As you might expect from an institutional publication, this work comes complete with numerous amounts of information, as well as the 6 chapters that house the subject matter of this work. We have 4 appendices, a glossary, a bibliography, an index, and an introduction opening what this whole work is all about. In the opening of this work, the author provides some acknowledgements before we have the introduction, which, although relatively brief, does provide a great insight into why this work was published in the first place. We then have the 6 chapters, and throughout this entire book there are wonderful full-color images wherever necessary and appropriate, as well as notes at the end of each chapter. The first chapter is titled Historical Context, Chapter 2 is Sikh Mints, Chapter 3 talks about denominations and circulation of coinage, Chapter 4 provides the differing coin inscriptions, Chapter 5, dates and symbols on Sikh coins, and then Chapter 6, which makes up the bulk of this entire publication, is the catalogue reproduced with high-resolution imagery. The catalogue itself is very clear to read. Each coin is showcased in high-resolution imagery with both sides clearly visible. Each coin is described by the author and is then titled and located by time and from which mint it came. As well as this, it contains the original Gurmukhi inscription that was intended to be on the coin, as well as an English transliteration. The 4 appendices provide some great tabled factual data, and the glossary, again, although being fairly short, is quite straight and to the point and will help anyone who's new to the field of Sikh numismatics find their way through. For any person who catches the bug of studying Sikh coinage, the bibliography is an absolute treasure trove of looking up any previous works, whether they're journal articles or publications and books in their own right, about the field of Sikh numismatics. This work is a great introduction into the area of Sikh numismatics for the layman and the keen hobbyist alike. It provides a great overview into a very specific catalogue of coins, a collection that's owned by the British Museum. However, the context that is provided alongside it does give a great insight into looking at why Sikh coins have made their way across the globe. Moreover, what this work helps to do in the most simplest of ways is provide us with an insight into how the Sikh nation developed its power using economic currencies, how that fitted into the time period of the 18th century of the Punjab, and how we can start to see that the Sikh nation itself developed and built following the Guru period. But we want to know what you think, so please leave us a comment below and share your thoughts on the Catalogue of Sikh coins in the British Museum. Join us again for another Cover to Cover at Naujawani. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for more from our guide of the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read.